Hello and welcome to the Swim Up video. Today we're going to be reacting to part 4 of the Jake Paul, Jade Austen series.
Yep.
This one's going to be titled The Enemies of Jake Paul. We're going to jump right into it. It's 15 minutes long.
Of course, because they're long as fuck. At the end of this, if it hasn't already started, we'll be doing our live stream at 7 p.m. Come and join us. Tell us what you thought of our reaction. Oh. No. Well, come and join us. We'll chat, kind of Q&A, hanging out, see what goes on. Or we'll do it for like a half hour or whatever and come hang out. Yeah. So, yeah.
We're going to jump right into it.
Oh, by the way, happy October 3rd. That's why we wore pink.
Tattoos, probably.
Him having a mini panic attack over the fact that Jake Paul's left him an answer machine message. What is the big deal? I'm shaking. I'm like, what? I mean, you're an overreactor, mate.
Like, I'm bored of the content. I'm not bored of the series. I almost don't even know how to explain it.
Buckle the fuck up. Because you're never gonna see a video like this again.
I just don't understand how someone could do that to someone. I don't. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, and I don't want to cry. Ugh.
Oh my god.
What the fuck are we getting ourselves into?
I'm not here. Don't. I have news for you, but we have to find a quiet place because Rylan is outside doing a brand deal. Are you still filming? Okay.
Congratulations, Rylan.
Let's go to the back. After days and days of trying to convince him, Nick Crompton is in.
No, it's Nick Crompton and my collar stay popping.
I have been trying to get this motherfucker to say yes to doing an interview for literally a week. Now, the reason it was so important for me to interview Nick Crompton is because he was with Jake since the very beginning. He knows Jake very, very well, on and off camera. He knows the business side of things. He worked with Team 10. This whole thing was very personal to him. You know, like, this was his life. You know, managing Team 10, friends with Jake. So I understand why he's been so apprehensive. And this, to me, just proves, like, what kind of person he is, right? He said... I don't know how to do the accent.
Oh, good luck. He's got a very specific accent. It's not just like the cliche British accent. It's like...
When my life stopped...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, don't do that.
He said...
Okay.
When my life started getting crazy with all the attention and the money, etc., I started typing up all my core values and beliefs in my notepad, so I never lost myself or did something that I would regret. In those notes, there's a sentence that says, I'll never publicly talk about the personal lives of others, as I expect the same from people closest to me. I guess I could try to do this if Jake knows 100% that I'm doing it. I don't want him to think I'm going behind his back, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm talking about them for publicity. Wow.
That's very nice.
That's wild.
I know.
He wrote that down. I never want to talk about somebody that's...
I know, I just love him. So that meant I had to go to Jake. So I basically said, Jake, listen, I want to interview Nick, trust him. I think I need to interview the other side. And he was like, 100%, I agree. Yes, it's a yes. There are conditions, though. So I wanted to obviously interview Nick at his place. And he was like, I'm so sorry, like, I can't. I have so many issues right now with privacy and, like, PTSD.
He's like, I don't even know where the fuck I live.
Situation.
Exactly.
I mean, there was literally, like, hundreds of kids outside of their house 24/7.
Imagine that.
He sent me an address for a house that is a business he's working on. I don't know. It's confusing and I don't understand it, but it's a mansion. And, we're going. We're not allowed to show the outside. I don't know why. There's a lot of secrecy with this whole situation.
What have you been up to? Everything I'm doing is still secret.
Why am I nervous? I'm
Yeah, I'm kind of a little nervous too.
I guess, let's go to England. My favorite city.
Yeah. What the fuck? A former fan. It's Morgan.
I'm intimidated.
No, I'm curious because when I first met you, I asked you like, "Oh, do you watch YouTube?" And you were like, "Oh, well, I mean, I watch like Logan Paul and like kind of that's it." And I remember literally going, "Ew."
Yeah.
Which is just
I'm like an everyday girl. I was an everyday girl. But I would watch occasionally because I was like, oh, how fun is that? They all live in like a house of YouTubers. Like,
O12.
little did I know.
Who's the best YouTuber?
You.
Who's the best YouTuber?
Do you know any of the bad stuff Jake has done? Like, have you kept up with any of it?
The only bad video I've ever watched about Jake is the one like that Alyssa Violet made.
He dragged me down the stairs. This scar right here.
But also, who knows like what that situation was.
Alyssa Violet and Jake broke up because there was a lot of abuse.
Listen, we gotta clarify that because it's a huge word. Verbal and just mental stuff.
Okay.
So what's like one question that you
Abuse is
think I should
abuse,
ask?
but
you?
okay.
One question for Jake Paul. This is a bad question.
What?
You're gonna be like, this is not serious. I want to know if Jericho's real or not. I've heard that it's fake. So, I've heard from sources that it's not real.
Really?
What supposed to do about?
Is that JoJo
Can I have that?
merch in the back?
Twitter. Let me know if Jericho's real.
I'll be right back.
Wait, who's your favorite team gender?
Which one?
I've been watching Erica Costello and her vlogs are actually pretty good.
0 to a million subs real quick.
Interesting.
I'm Erica Costello.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, bye. What's up, Costellers? Make sure you get some of this goat merch before it sells out. The two-piece matching collection is my absolute favorite. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
I didn't know she did that.
What did you do?
Bye. Go. Turn to ball time.
Oh.
Woo! I stand. I told you. Alright, what's up to the next one?
Should I officially call it Uber now?
Yeah.
No location. Fine.
I have a list of things I really want to ask him. The things I know he's not going to want to answer. And you can't film without the house. Just film our floor. Or just the floor.
Where the hell are they?
Where were we?
Wait, what are you?
I thought the car was going to fall over. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said I'm sorry. I'm supposed to show that sharp buildings, I guess. Oh, I think we're here. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Have a good time, sir.
Thank you so much. I'll try. This is Crumpton's Jeep. What time is it? We're kind of early. Just text.
Can't market anything.
This is one of the biggest houses I've ever seen.
What was that? Somebody said, are we going into like a Disney movie?
Oh my god. Oh, it's time for my Adderall. Don't let me forget.
Don't let you forget. What am I?
You Shane? Madeline. Nice to meet you.
Do you mind if I film you?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Oh, really?
I'll bring you guys upstairs.
Holy shit.
Yes. Oh, good to see the movie here. My
What's going on?
What is going on?
Oh
My god.
right?
What is this?
Love it.
Where are we? Do we know what this is? Do you know what this is?
All of these houses are just like all influencers. Networking.
What is this house? Or are we not allowed to say yet?
Oh, no. So she lives here. I'm her assistant. The owner.
Oh, okay.
Along with a few other influencers.
Okay.
Clearly couldn't say who it was.
Elevator.
Great.
I never had issues. Alright.
You, whoa, whoa. What is happening?
What? I love those chairs. Living for this. He's like, what the fuck?
That's such a big table.
I know, right?
Who's it for?
These houses are really built for influencers, so
I don't have one of those.
For like meetings.
you can go over any time.
Okay.
Anytime.
What is going on?
Wait, oh.
That's pretty.
Wow. This is great. This is so cinematic.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Thank you for joining
I was going to say, do I say hi to you or not?
How you doing, bro?
Oh,
You like it?
this is. What is this? This is crazy. Wow, there's a fridge out here. There's 2 of them.
There's other places we can film. I like being outside.
Same. If outside is this.
However, it's
Okay. This is so weird because we've never done this before.
no, this is, and especially I've been watching all of these things. When I'm at home and I'm like seeing the tweets when you post these videos, like everyone talks about it.
The reason you're going to see more and more of Jake Paul is it appears that he is the focus of the next Shane Dawson documentary series.
So
Spell it
this
with
is
2 L's in the thing. We still love you.
So, how did Jake even find you?
So back in the UK, I built a marketing agency with like 6 other people, and it did really well. I ended up coming out here and helping Jake build Team 10.
I still don't think I understand how insane the whole thing was and what it must have been like to be in Team 10 with all the people outside.
It's every day, bro! It's every day, bro!
With hundreds of millions of views on a music video. You're a meme, you're everywhere.
What is that? What is that?
And like, that's not what you probably signed up for.
No.
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 You know it's Nick Brunson and my color stay fucking!
Is that why you were nervous to do this? Or why it's taken a while for you to say yeah?
Talking about how I feel and what's going in my head and talking about someone else's personal life is not something I'm comfortable with. But Jake said it was fine, so
Yeah.
we're here.
It looks so, like, iconic.
Wait, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, what was it like living in the Team 10 house? Did you actually live in it?
Yeah.
But you slept there?
Mhm.
What was that like?
I guess Team 10 was like my college experience.
Basically,
Or the closest thing that I'm going to get
Like
to
a
it because I didn't go.
yeah,
There's a bunch of
kinda
people living together, just having fun. But we were making money at the same time and it was a business.
Was it as chaotic as people make it out to be?
No. If it was, I wouldn't have lived there.
Right.
Like, I can't deal with that.
Because one thing I did hear about from somebody was some of the pranks, like the bigger, crazier pranks, were planned.
Okay.
Are you scared to say it? Jake is going to have to tell me the truth. That's the whole thing. Jake said he swore to God he would be super honest with me when it came to everything. So when I asked him that, and I'm like, were some of the pranks fake? Like breaking down walls, and like doing crazy things.
Good morning!
Like, was that all planned? If he says, no, it was real, I'm going to be like, you're a liar, and I'm going to leave. So...
Is that really what you're going to do?
What?
What you just said? If he says that it's not, you're just going to walk out?
Yeah, if he lies to me about anything, I'm just going to leave.
Okay. This is like the...
I like certain things.
I I feel like it fixes a lot of problems, especially some of the big problems where people just think something that's not true.
You couldn't breathe?
No.
I feel like pretty much everyone that's a little bit older knows that it's all fake.
It's all over!
It's just difficult to say that they're fake when there's still loads of young kids watching and enjoying it, and I don't want to be responsible for ruining that whole thing.
We have 15 tasers. Oh my gosh. We're gonna chase Nick. I have these. Chase Nick, okay, ready?
You know what I mean?
You don't want to say Santa Claus is fake.
You've done that time. He's going that back.
Yes, I don't want to be in that scenario where I just say to a bunch of kids like, everything you've been watching isn't real.
Hey Nick!
I mean, okay. Well, I'd say, like, for example, there's this video, right? Paparazzi is filming you guys, and you guys are filming a Jake Paul video. And you can see moments when the camera turns off where Jake is just kind of like standing there and not really knowing what to do, and then he talks to you guys, and then he like throws something off your desk.
You don't feel shit.
And then the camera cuts, and then like I think Erica picks it up, and then you figure it out, and then he films again. So, but then when you watch the actual video, he looks crazy.
If you already have it already,
He's like throwing things and acting crazy, whatever.
Yeah. Nipple plunge. What?
So it was interesting because I'm like, oh.
Jake Paul, let's flip and do that.
Alright, cool guys.
Like it's fake.
All of this is planned. If like destroying someone's room is planned. If handcuffing people to beds or whatever is planned.
No, Jake. Jake, no.
If pushing people down in stores and doing all that kind of stuff is planned.
That's how we're gonna wake everyone up.
Then it kind of changes my opinion a little bit. Because it makes him look less like impulsive and crazy.
What the hell are you doing?
Good morning, honey.
And more like, this will be funny, right? If I break this thing and throw this thing and do this thing. I guess I'm talking about those ones.
Yeah.
Like, what's the biggest one? Like, he destroyed a kid's room or something? That was a thing.
I mean, that whole thing, as I've never talked about this, but we're on the topic. I was super close to the Martinez twins, as was Jake, and as was everyone on Team 10. Like, it was super fun, and we all loved each other, and then all of a sudden, they came out with this video.
Yo, what's up guys? We're the Martinez twins.
Saying that we were bullying them.
You bullied us for like 8 months. Now, it's our time. And I'm sorry, Jake. I'm so sorry because of this.
Using examples from Jake's vlogs, like him being handcuffed to a bed or something for a day or whatever it was.
We were in a room, so he stopped pranking us every single day. Like, we felt so bad. Like, the reason's like...
Not real. Like, it's so strange to say that. I don't...
Because we trust Nick. We trust Nick.
Was it the twins where their bedroom was destroyed and...
Goodbye, Martinez room!
And they were saying in the video, like, oh, he destroyed our room.
Like, he destroyed our room.
And we didn't know.
Like, why? I was like what the hell are you doing?
It's every day, bro!
They did know. It wasn't even a room, it was a fake room that we built.
We actually made that room in 1 day. Yeah, in 1 day.
Like, they went to Home Depot.
We bought everything, we built it.
And, like, we made them a fake room in the living room and then destroyed it.
You built it to destroy it, basically.
Yeah.
This is fun, man.
And if Jake had just said that, or if anyone had just said the pranks are fake, that would have debunked everything the Martinez twins were doing.
Do I think the Martinez twins were bullied? No. Do I think that they probably got annoyed by the pranks? Hell yeah, like we all did.
Hold it up.
I did say that was gonna happen.
You did.
Wait.
But it wasn't ever a threatening situation to be in.
Yo, you almost died, dude. I was dumb, right? No, bro. Yeah. It's not dumb.
And if it was to them, they could have said something. But they never did.
On the real though, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Alright, that was dope, right?
Yeah, that was dope.
You want to do it again
Shout
tomorrow?
out to Martinez twins.
Hey, hey, you got a plug.
Not once ever did I see them seem upset or unhappy. Things were so bad at the Team 10 house. Why did they come back so many times?
Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, because
it's every day,
it's every day.
Okay,
bro.
like everything that they were accusing Jacob doing in Team 10, we're sitting back like, we're just not gonna take this one.
And I've never have seen anyone talk poorly of the Martinez twins.
When you do so much for someone and they just stab you in the back like that, like, it just takes a toll on you emotionally. It's like they're joking around, but like the situation actually like really affected me.
And every time something happens, it's like we don't want to tell everyone that everything's fake. So we just keep taking these hits.
Bye, Tessa.
And why is Jake afraid of just saying that? Like, it's just fake.
She's such a good sport. Like, I love you, Tessa.
Because are those kids gonna watch still if they believe that? If
They watch a lot of other fake pranks.
There is kids that watch and that understand that the clowns are not real. Obviously.
Are you still filming?
Yeah.
But at the same time, there are very young kids watching that shouldn't be seeing and believing that Jake and Erica are really getting kidnapped.
Right.
Kind of comes from outer space.
Pretty much.
It's about space.
Yeah, really.
And
who is your audience? Who do you make your videos for?
Yeah, my audience is definitely younger. I'd say it's like 8 years old to like 16 years old. I try to be as clean as possible. Oh. I hate clowns, so I can only imagine like what they're gonna feel like.
Same.
Pressure
Same.
inside sometimes seems to get pretty hurt.
Yeah. Let's go inside for that.
Oh, you ask him about advice?
Take the sympathy and plug. It's like, you know what I mean? Get the empathy of the viewers. You're killing it. Thanks, man.
Jake, you help us, and I want to say thank you for that.
Sorry, what?
they're finishing up, but it might take like 15-20 minutes to clean up, so we can go in the theatre.
Okay, yeah. Let's go to the movie theater.
No. I don't know.
They're like, well, with Shane Dawson. They look so comfy, by the way.
Okay. We're in the movie theater.
Horrible burp.
Which is kind of perfect. Because movies are fake.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things in Jake's life that people think is fake. His girlfriend Erica.
Oh man, I spelled it wrong.
She wasn't like cast to be his girlfriend.
No.
Will you be my girlfriend?
I don't know why people have this like thought that Team 10 is cast.
When I first met him, our relationship was completely business.
Online, like Erica and I are dating.
And you cast Erica to be Jake's girlfriend, and that's her role, that's who she is.
And I use all these thumbnails where I say she's my girlfriend.
The stuff that we do is dramatized, but it's still real people.
You can only pretend so much on the vlogs. I think it's very obvious when Jerica like started getting super, super real.
Right now, from what I've seen, the new Team 10 members, it seems a little staged.
I should run my neck like my neck hurt.
I mean, there's like this girl, Sunny, who's like a singer.
Let me catch my curfew. Hola.
Justin Roberts, who is like from rich parents.
6 figures I was only for. So much money I can't see the floor.
Damn.
What?
He was born rich. He gonna die rich. I was born broke. I'm gonna die broke. I'm about to start crying, man.
Everything seems very much like maybe these kids have paid to be there.
There's no way anyone would ever be signed to Team 10 because they bribed their way in. he would never accept someone if he thought they couldn't be something, because then he's a failure.
But he takes a percentage, right?
Yeah.
20%. That was like a big thing.
Members leeching 10, but I still collect they checks. Every single one of them, and that includes my ex.
And this is another thing, like, it's that money doesn't go in Jake's pocket, as everyone likes to believe. It's not, it goes in Team 10's pocket. It's a business. Just like when you go to Starbucks and you pay for a coffee, you're not paying that money to the person giving you the coffee, it's going to the business.
About Team 10, right? This video is about Team 10, right?
So, Team 10 is the company.
Yeah.
And Jake is almost the face of it.
Yeah, he fulfills the role of CEO.
I'm the CEO, I'm the boss, T-Rex.
Like the Team 10 house.
Yeah.
That house they rented before Jake was even really popular. Was somebody else paying for that?
Original Team 10 house was rented and paid for by, there was investors.
I'm Jake Paul, I'm a Snapchat creator and actor, and this is my home. Come check it out.
And help cover the costs of paying staff. What the talent were making, the 20%, would go to Team 10 to be able to pay for the staff, to be able to provide that.
So, the house. The biggest thing that happened was the address was leaked. Like, couldn't you Google Team 10 house and it would pop up?
Yeah. Another thing that people seem to believe is that Jake would leak his own address so people would come, like...
He apparently makes his address no secret. The neighbors hate me.
Why would you want around 50 to 70, 80 people outside your house at all times?
Exactly. Don't pound. Guys, don't pound. Knock. Knock is courteous.
Jake definitely doesn't want that. None of us in the house wanted that.
Teensy, the wall. Get a piece of it.
Because as soon as you go out that door, it's instant screaming from a bunch of people. And usually you have paparazzi filming, so whatever you do and say or don't do, like it's all recorded. When that's happening, and you have all those people outside, you don't want to get pictures with them because that encourages everyone else to come as well.
They but gentle, they make you famous. Remember, they give you paychecks, they make you famous, you stay gentle.
But if you don't get pictures with them, you look like an asshole.
You bringing them to
because
your,
you're ignoring
to their house
the
is
people
not
that
okay.
support you and enabling you to
Would you
have
want
the
these people to
life
come
that
to
you
your
live
house?
in.
I highly doubt it.
Remember, you guys make them famous, you guys give them paychecks.
But
what is the
you're
answer
not
to
the
that
best
situation?
role model. Your kids.
We give them paychecks, we make them famous, tell them to be gentle.
There's no way of re-hiding
But they're
the
also
house. It
people.
wasn't our
Exactly.
fault.
So leave
There's no
them
way
the
we
fuck alone.
would want that. But the whole world thinks that we wanted to make a spectacle of ourselves, or Jake wanted to make a spectacle of
Not to be like we're on their side, but you know, you understand
You
that
can't expect us not to come when you're giving it out.
No, I understand.
I'm not an idiot. I'm not blind. Like, I see what
No, we
everyone
do
else
expect.
sees in
They
these
do expect
videos.
you not to come.
But what
if
they
their
don't
address
see is
gets
what
leaked.
happens when the
Because
videos
it's
get
common
turned
courtesy.
off. Not many people get to see that side of Jake.
Do people around him not think he's nice?
People around him think he's nice.
Saying that makes people think like...
That I must be some kind of dumbass.
Yeah.
I must be really manipulated or just really dumb. Like, I must be so dumb to be even talking about him nicely right now. And giving him this redemption bullshit. But it isn't. This is all just the truth.
Surprise!
He has done a lot of dumb stuff, and I'm not saying there's an excuse for that. I'm just saying there's a lot of things that people don't know. And the reason behind things and... yeah.
So, you said Team 10 is real. When did it all start to fall apart? Like, what made everybody just started leaving kind of one by one by one?
Really, I love everyone here, and I have so much fun filming with everyone. And you guys need to understand that you're being manipulated. And I know for a fact, I've been there, guys. It's me.
In the beginning, there were different reasons for different people. Things for me started getting different when Greg Paul got involved.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. He's just...
weird.
I don't know how to explain that man. But he forced his way in, and somehow, I mean, in the beginning, he tried to get involved, and I'd talk to Jake, and he'd come out, and it didn't work out, and he'd rub everyone up the wrong way, and just no one wanted him there, and then he ended up disappearing again, going back to Ohio. And it was like a cycle, like Jake would get mad at him and be like, you're fucking everything up. this go away. And then, I don't know, he came out again when we moved into the new house, and I don't know, just managed to get some kind of authority and start making decisions, and everything just started not being what it was supposed to be. And I didn't like it, I didn't like what was happening, so I left.
My personal opinion, I've never met Jake's dad.
Hey, how's it going? My dad. Hey, Dad.
But a parent working with their child, in any case, doesn't work. But it's probably hard to explain that to Jake, because it literally is his dad.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey man, I don't think this is a good idea. And then he's probably just
I wonder if Shane talks
fuck
to
you,
his
that's
dad.
my dad.
Yeah, it was a constant fight between me and Greg. Like, I just don't like that guy.
Understandable.
I don't want to like involve the family, right? Like I just wanted to do something about Jake. But if I'm doing something about the fall of Jake Paul and all the drama and the controversies, his dad is involved in a lot of it.
The other day I ran into Greg Paul. Get the f*** out of my face. Go f*** yourself. Like, you're a great father figure.
Do I bring up his dad to him? Do I not even... I feel like I have to.
Serious personal stuff, I believe, should never be on the internet. It should never be everyone's business. And so, Jake's done stupid stuff, and people know about that, but whatever's happened between me and him is always going to stay between me and him. The only reason I'm here right now is because Jake said that I could talk about this stuff. Whatever Greg has or hasn't done should stay between whoever he has or hasn't done it to. So, do you involve Greg, do you not? Because this is about Jake, and then you're involving someone else's life. I don't know.
And hey, do you like Jake too, or just like me?
I like Logan more.
You do?
Hear that, Jake?
Okay. What happened to where you still haven't talked to Jake?
So, I knew when I told him that I wanted to leave, he would want me to leave right then. He does take things very personally. And I think maybe someone like me leaving would hit him more than it has before. I tried to do it in the best way possible, but I think he was just too upset or angry to even listen, and it was just very abrupt with me, and asked me to leave, so I left. And I've texted him a few times on certain things. I texted him just before the fight. That's the last time I texted him, just saying good luck, not that you need it. Still not heard anything back. And like
Why do you think he takes it so personally when somebody? I mean, has he like excommunicated himself from everybody that's left? What about like that chance and like I guess?
So that's how Team 10 unfortunately works, and I don't know how that happened or why the mindset was like that. But if someone leaves Team 10, it's like, well, you don't like us then, because it wasn't like just fully a business. It was, we were a family that lived together and we all loved each other, and if you didn't want to be in that, then you mustn't like us, and you must have something against us, and
which is
something along those lines
like
is the thought process. When people leave, it's like you're not supposed to talk to them because they fucked you over. So that's why I'm thinking in my head, does Jake think I fucked him over by leaving? Because that must mean I don't like him because I don't want to be there.
I don't know, did he go around and make a video, Nick?
Like,
I don't know if he did or not. I feel like everyone else did.
When you leave, you disassociate, you don't talk to them. Like,
But he blocked me, he wouldn't talk to me.
did he cut communication from Tessa and all the other people that left? I mean, that's like a cult.
Best family.
A family.
Family. We are family.
And I don't know if he's leading it.
Who should we bring on the Team 10? We're gonna have more people in the future? It's gonna grow?
Or if his dad is leading it, or if his dad, and his brother are all leading it. But I, in my years on YouTube, have never seen a squad have a house, have rules. That was another thing, right? He had a bunch of rules or something, and people were like, he had a lot of rules.
In the beginning, but they were encouraging people to be better.
It all feels very culty to me.
It makes me sad that Like, sometimes I think to myself, like, what if he didn't give a fuck about me, actually? Like, what if he just saw me as this person that was going to help him run his business, and that when I chose to leave that, it's like, oh, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Like, I wasn't actually his friend or anything like that. I don't know anything at this point.
What you explained is sociopaths. What you said sounded like that?
I don't think he is one. He shows too much emotion in everything that he does to be a sociopath. And I feel like I can read people very well. I know when someone's been fake and I know when someone isn't. And I can see, oh my god, I can see him, when things happen to him and he's hurt, I can see him trying to process what he's feeling. But he like has a hard time doing it. Like he looks confused as to like, why do I feel upset right now? Or why this? To himself. And I can see it in his face when someone says something or something happens and he's thinking about the situation. I can see him, the confusion in his face of like, why, I'm just speculating, but why am I feeling like this right now? I don't think he's a sociopath.
Have you ever seen him cry?
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me what it was about, but what was the general, like, was it something that happened to him? Was it something that was like...
It's something that happened to him, yeah.
And was it not business related?
No.
Interesting.
He has been fucked over by a lot of people, and I think a mixture between being fucked over by people, just suddenly having all this success and fame, and other factors, maybe like his dad.
Who does shit to you?
Yeah.
The Alyssa situation with the ex-girlfriend.
Jake's kicking me out.
Yeah.
I watched her video.
It was both of our faults, really. He shouldn't have treated me like shit day after day and then expect everything to be okay.
And I saw videos of him like spitting on her. Was the thing about Logan like hooking up with Jake's ex-girlfriend?
Alyssa had sex with his older brother, Logan.
How much of all of that is real?
No, it's very much real.
So like the Jake's brother hooking up with Jake's ex-girlfriend.
It was not, that wasn't planned. That'd be sick if that was planned.
Yeah.
But it happened?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I finally treated him the way that he was treating me, and he didn't like it. Like the one time I decided to be savage like him, and it ended with me being homeless.
Okay. So, and that's something everybody knows.
I hope so.
I mean, they got a million videos about it.
I got an idea. I'm gonna steal you from Jake.
I
just always assumed it was a joke, because like what brother would fuck their brother's ex? That doesn't even make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Like, stole my brother's girl. And you're gonna be my thumbnail!
Is that something I shouldn't bring up? Like, what was his reaction to that?
Oh.
Not good.
No.
Not good.
No, he was...
Pissed.
I don't know if that is something you should bring up. But that is a very...
But at the same time, Shane's doing a documentary on
How
him.
was this not
These things
more
you
talked
brought
about?
up.
I'm so confused. How was this a thing?
I've lost complete track of like what is public and what isn't. It's mainly why I don't talk about things. Because I don't know what people know and what people don't know anymore. So I'm pretty sure it's public knowledge.
Got a beat from your brother now, and he's a better kisser now,
Oh, did you hear that? She said he was your better kisser now.
But with anything on the internet, a couple weeks later, it's no one gives a fuck anymore.
But like in real life.
In real life, yeah.
Like for Jake, that's like, I feel like I have to talk to him about that. Like, how did you deal with that emotionally, mentally?
Well, what does that say about his relationship with his brother?
Yeah, that's interesting too.
The funny thing about this is that this, like, we're not using the condoms in the scene.
It's like, what
He
is
does
that?
a whole thing too, like in his Draw My Life, like our parents made us really competitive, and like then he does that. It's like,
Did you want to make a baby? What?
Stop!
Yo, chill. Hey, whoa!
You need to calm down.
Then I'm gonna cut the camera and we'll see what happens.
they don't know. Does he not know where the line is as far as like?
You should pierce your nipples, right?
Like yours?
No one knows that.
Oh, well, my whole vlog does now.
You know, one-upping him? I mean, what's that about?
It got, for me, scary at one point because they kept one-upping each other.
Now she in the low gang and you know she on my team.
And I was just like, when is this going to stop? There was a moment there when I was like, what is going on right now? Like, I was worried that they were just going to destroy each other.
If you think something's gonna happen, predict it before it happens, because then it makes them look dumb when it happens.
Look like dumb.
What? Did I say something?
Makes them look up to dumb.
Dang it, I dropped out of high school, I don't know.
What I think I'm most nervous about is sitting down with him and like having him be 100% honest and like not bullshit with me.
See, that's going to be interesting because he's open with the people that he's close to, but I've not seen him let in a stranger ever in my life.
The thing is, people try to
So if
shame
he
them.
opens up to you, that'll be...
A lot of people do. They'll be open with him.
Is there things I should not say or things I should, you know?
I think if you're going to do it, it should be just you and him. He shouldn't be influenced or be worried about anyone else listening, because then he's not going to be 100% himself. If it's just you two and you're like how you always are, you're very open and honest and you make people feel comfortable, he'll probably, hopefully, open up to you and just explain his feelings and how he's feeling. Like, being upset about something is not showing weakness. You're a human being, you should show that. I think that might be the mistake where people are calling him a sociopath, because he likes to hide his feelings because that might show weakness. I don't think he's not able to feel. But who knows? I'm so interested to watch this and just see what you do with him, what you talk about.
So are we all.
What he says. And if he'll talk to me again.
His girlfriend Erica.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that?
Erica's probably one of the best things that's, in my opinion, happened to Jake. Like, that's not one of those fake, I just like them together. I think they both have the same work ethic. They both work around the clock, and Erica will tell Jake how it is, which I don't think he's had that from girls before.
You're the boy, and I'm the girl. Carry me?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
If she's not happy with him, she'll let him know.
Yes, we are fighting. Multiple reasons.
Like, is she kind of like, dude, fucked up? Or like, dude, shut up? Like, is she kind of like real with him in that way?
Yeah.
I got your shoe. Here.
Thank you. You're a dick.
So I think them being together is a good thing.
Seriously? She fucking locked me out. Damn. Why can't she just love me?
Jake.
Love me.
They're gonna think we just like tried to make him sound great. I feel like that's all they're gonna think about.
I mean, because I definitely want to grill him on everything, but like, what's left?
Because there's also clips, like there's a whole compilation like of, you know, Jake Paul like bullying Tessa Brooks and Jake Paul bullying the Martinez, and I guess half of it falls under pranks, which they might known about, but then there's other ones where he's like calling Tessa's laugh like, oh, you sound like a walrus.
Tessa, are you good? Because you laugh like a walrus all the time. It's annoying.
So like a lot of these like one-off comments that are just like shitty things that if I heard someone say that, I would be like, oh, that's a pretty shitty person. Like maybe they're not the worst, but like, oh, they're definitely shitty. And all the Alyssa stuff too, if half of what she said was true, it's like, it's a shitty person.
I'm being serious, don't!
I mean, that's what it might boil down to, is he might just kind of be a shitty person.
You just want me to look bad on camera? Is that what you want?
But I have hope. Should I not have hope? Am I going into this too hopeful?
No, I have hope. So, I don't think it's a bad thing to have hope. I think we might just be disappointed.
A lot of people think, Shane, you should not be doing this because you shouldn't be giving Jake Paul a platform. This is wrong. I see why they think that. Do you think that? Do you think this might be a bad idea?
No, because I think it's important for people to understand the why to the what, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, Jake Paul did this and he did this. No one's ever stopped and said, oh, I wonder why he jumped on a news van, or I wonder why this or that, or why he set the pool on fire. But this doesn't work if he's not honest. Like, if he sits there and he has a rehearsed thing and he's just doing this to try and save himself, then that's fucked up. If he's going to do this and he's going to be real, then I think people should give him the chance. For me, if I was in his position, I went to bed at night and I knew a lot of the world just thought I was an evil prick, I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Hey Shane, so I just saw your text and I think it would be good for me to kind of just tell my side of the story. I've been through a lot and everyone's kind of been like slut-shaming me and calling me a whore and calling me all these names, but they have no idea like what really went on back then. I'm super, super scared and I've always been scared, but if you think I should, then frick it. Let's do it, man.
So it's 4 a.m.
Literally.
And we are trying to come up with a plan, because if I bring Katie, the therapist, with us, and she's there the whole time, I don't think he's going to be like himself. I don't think he's going to be comfortable. I think he's going to be kind of fake. So I came up with a plan. And it sounds really shady. And I've never done anything like this before. The plan is, I'm going to have Katie, the therapist, pretend to be our producer. And she's going to be with us the whole day, watching, listening, analyzing Jake's body language, seeing what he's like when the camera turns off, and then throughout the day, she's going to kind of take me in another room, so Jake will have no idea, and then we'll go into the other room, and I'll just be like, how's it going? What do you think? Well, first of all, let me say this. Jake specifically has told me over and over and over again, like, literally whatever you want to do, Shane, like, I trust you, I just want this whole thing to be real. So I feel like he would be okay, right? I'm going to tell him afterward, and if he's not comfortable with it, I won't upload it. So, ooh, I feel dirty. I feel like this is like, I've never done anything like this before. Like,
oh my god.
a secret. Because the whole time he's gonna think like, oh, house tour. Like, oh, this is fun. Like, oh, we're just doing a house tour. Cut to like a therapist like watching it and me like, oh my god.
This is definitely
This
like
is crazy.
new territory for us. Like, do you want me to just record as much as I can, or like what? We're gonna like sneak off into a room with her.
Ooh, I just got like, I just got like sick. You mean like, okay.
I mean, so at the end of the day, right, they're gonna be aware of the fact that if the camera's rolling, anything that they let slip is gonna come back and bite them in the ass.
If there's a camera, you know, in his face and we're talking, he still won't be able to turn off. He'll be a real person. Like maybe he'll still, I don't know, just be too aware of it. Like, what do you think I should do? Should I?
Well, I'm not suggesting putting a secret camera. If that's what you're trying to get at me just then.
Oh no.
But I mean, I can, you know, like,
I'm not telling you
this
to not.
like that.
I'm not telling you to secretly record him. But what I'm telling you is, it was a camera error and it just kept recording. We didn't even know, Jake. Like, we look back at the footage and we're like, oh my god, we were recording the whole time? That's like, we can't do that. That would actually be wrong. We literally can't do that.
Practice. I'm pretty good at doing that. I've done that to you a couple times.
So it'll be like this. Okay. Oh my god, Jake, haha, nice G-Wagon, haha. Okay, yeah, we'll cut for a second while we, yeah, let's cut for a second.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So Jake, your whole relationship with Erica, it's fake, right? Yeah, it's fake. Yeah. That's crazy. You killed somebody before? Do people know that? Oh my god. Camera? Oh no, that's not. Jesus. I mean, I do that.
Horrible. Horrible.
If his dad's there and we're doing that, what if we do that and then the dad's like, hey, you.
Oh my god.
What if Logan and the dad are there?
See you Friday.
Fuck. Oh my god.
Put your seatbelt on too, make sure.
Wait, why? What are you gonna do?
You trust me?
Do you trust me?
I trust you, Shane.
We trust each other.
That's why I'm letting, like, I have to trust you, you know? Because you're just filming everything. Everything.
Fuck. Oh my god. What is Friday's video?
I don't even know. But legit, if he films.
Fuck. I don't even know. Fucking. Friday's gonna be fucked.
Intense.
Intense. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's pretty much
It's like, how much commentary can you give after these videos? Because you're just like, what?
We're just like,
I'm
what the
shocked.
fuck?
Damn. That's pretty much it. That's it. Anything you want to tell them?
Check out the live stream
at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
If it hasn't already started, come and join us.
Yeah.
Or if it has started, come join us. Thank you so much for watching.
Make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe.
Share the friends. It'll be gone.
We have ourselves backed.
Fuck. Shane, Andrew, Inspector Gadget, and Carmen San Diego. Real
Basically. Bye.